This case, unfortunately, is about political hatred. It has become very clear that the House Democrats hate Donald Trump.
Attorneys for former President Donald Trump presented their defense in the impeachment trial today. Now, they insist that the trial itself is unconstitutional and that the former president had every right to exercise his freedom of speech when he told his followers to fight ahead of the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol. Face the Nation host Margaret Brennan joins us live this evening from Washington. Margaret, good to see you. And so what was your take on the defense argument?
Well, it was the argument pretty much hinged on the idea that you can yell fire in a crowded theater and that the president's words had no connection to the actions that followed. And the pattern is the problem here. And that is something that the president's attorneys did not really break apart. Because, remember, House impeachment managers laid out the case that this wasn't just one speech on January 6th, that it goes back to a pattern of behavior from Election Day in November through January, in which the president continuously told the public that the election was flawed. He said it was stolen, that it could be overturned, and in fact hosted the rally with the aim on January 6th of overturning the results of the election, something that the Vice President Mike Pence had absolutely no power to do. But his supporters were told that he did, which is why they went to that Capitol seeking him out. And so ultimately, remember, this is not a legal proceeding as much as it's a political one, and it will come down to persuading 17 Republicans to vote alongside Democrats to convict the former president of incitement of insurrection. So this has been emotional in terms of the video evidence that has been presented over the past week. Ultimately, the question is whether it was persuasive to get Republicans to break from the former head of the party in a way that could have political repercussions for them and their careers. So we will have to see as we expect this to wrap up in the coming days.
It'll be significant to see what that final number of Republicans is who will vote that way. And Margaret, we know you'll also have an interview with Prime Minister Boris Johnson on Sunday. What can we expect?
I'm excited about this exclusive conversation with the Prime Minister because in particular, he knows quite a lot about this strain of COVID detected in his country, B.1.1.7. It's that highly contagious mutation of COVID that led him to shut down schools in the country suddenly in January because of concern that this would really spread and spike. And it's interesting, at the same time we're talking about trying to reopen schools in the United States as that strain hits U.S. shores. So we want to understand what he knows. We also want to press him on his relationship with the Biden administration on a number of different fronts. And he has some thoughts on climate change. He wants to host a summit in the coming weeks as part of his leadership of the G7. All right,
we'll look forward to it. Margaret, thanks so much. And you can watch Margaret on Face the Nation Sunday morning at 10:30 on WBZ. Lisa?